Have you ever felt your heart beat faster, your hands shake a little, and your mind ask, what will happen next? This is how I felt the very first time I traveled on a train, and later on a plane. My name is Mourise, and this is Unlocked English Fluency. Today, I want to take you into my memory, a simple, emotional story about my first time on a train and on a plane. I will speak slowly, calmly, with pauses, so you can understand, listen, and also practice your English with me. So, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey together. I was very young when I first stepped onto a train. I remember standing at the station. The air was loud with people talking, children crying, the sound of wheels moving on the tracks, and the smell of hot tea from the small stalls around. I looked at the big train standing in front of me, and I thought, how can something so big actually move? My hands were holding my bag tightly. I was nervous. I was curious. I was also excited. When the whistle blew, my heart jumped. The sound was so sharp, so new, it felt like the beginning of an adventure. I stepped inside, and suddenly I entered another world. Long seats, windows open, people sitting, some eating, some talking, some sleeping. I sat near the window, and when the train started moving slowly, I felt something magical. The ground moved away, the wind touched my face, and I thought, wow, I am really moving. I am really traveling somewhere new. For many minutes, I did not speak. I just looked outside. Trees running past, fields opening wide, houses small in the distance. I felt free, like I was flying even though I was only on a train. Do you know that feeling? The first time you go somewhere far, your eyes are wide, your heart is open, and every small thing feels big. I still remember an old man sitting across from me. He smiled and said, "Is this your first time?" I nodded shyly, and he said, "Don't worry, you will love it." And he was right, because that journey was not only about reaching a place, it was about learning how to travel, how to trust, how to enjoy movement. Now, let's move to another story. My very first time on a plane. Maybe you can imagine, or maybe you already know how different it feels. I was standing at the airport, looking at the giant airplane through the glass window. My mind kept asking, how will this heavy machine fly in the sky? My heart was faster this time, because flying was not just travel. Flying felt like a dream. I walked slowly to the gate, showed my ticket, and then I stepped into the plane. The smell was different. Clean, fresh. The seats were many. The people were calm. Some reading, some waiting quietly. I found my seat, sat down, and looked at the small window. Outside, the ground was still, but soon it would be far below me. When the plane started moving, I held my seat tightly. The sound of the engines grew louder and louder, like a strong wind ready to lift. My chest was heavy, my ears were full, and then, in 1 second, I felt the plane lift. My body pushed back into the seat, my heart jumped again, and I saw the world getting smaller and smaller under me. Cars looked like toys, houses like little boxes, and clouds so close like I could touch them. I remember smiling without control. I remember whispering to myself, I am flying. I am really flying. For many minutes, I did not move. I only looked outside. I felt a mix of fear and happiness, like the world had opened a new door for me. And in that moment, I understood something important. When you do something for the first time, it is always scary, but it is also always beautiful. You feel alive, you feel awake, and you learn something new about yourself. On the train, I learned patience. On the plane, I learned courage. Both gave me memories that will stay forever. And do you know what else I learned? That every journey teaches us not only about the world, but also about language, about people, about connection. When I sat with strangers on the train, I learned to listen to their words, even if I did not understand everything. When I asked a flight attendant something simple in English, I learned that small words can bring big confidence. So travel, even short travel, is one of the best teachers of life and of language. And this is what I want you to remember today. Learning English is also like traveling. The first time you speak, you feel fear. The first time you listen to someone and understand, you feel joy. The first time you use English in public, you feel alive. Step by step, word by word, like train tracks taking you forward, like airplanes lifting you higher, your English will grow if you keep moving. So now, my dear friend, I want to ask you, what was your first time traveling? Was it on a train, a bus, or maybe even a plane? How did you feel? Tell me your story in the comments below, because I really want to hear from you. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Unlocked English Fluency, and press the bell icon so you never miss a new episode with me, Mourise. Remember, every journey begins with one small step, and every word you speak in English is one step closer to fluency. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep believing, and together we will unlock your English fluency.